you don't want me to make more money.
Oh, you're
That's why I run ads, for no other reason.
Hasan.
Has mods.
Not that one.
I've seen the heat up in the sky. They call it trouble.
CJ Grisham is riding a GT Timberline road bike with
Transphobia is worse in the U.S. That's a fact. You are just wrong. Also, not gonna lie, I value the political material my working class comrades produce rather than Mr. Petite Bourgeois academic reformer streamer. You're entertaining, though. I'll give you that. Oh, thanks, picking a fight.
This is a deranged pervert.
Yeah.
Just used my prime.
Keep watching, and they might cancel your comrades over in the UK side on your labor organizing front. Might cancel you for watching Mr. Petite Bourgeois. You keep subscribing and offering me funds that you could be using towards the revolution. Now I understand. The more I fucking hear picking a fight, the more I understand why every fucking left book circle is like no ableism, no sexism, no homophobia, no racism, none of that, no xenophobia, no fascists, and no trots. Literally every left book circle is like no trots, absolutely no trots whatsoever. I'm like, why do they? I always wondered, like, why do they consider trots to be like nearly as unbearable as fucking Nazis? Like, I never understood it, and now I get it. Like, just literally, I thought it was a meme. Like, I overall thought it was a fucking meme. Oh God, no! I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get into it. Everyone's saying, "What's the trot?" Yes, Trotskyite. Trotskyists? Trotskyites? Is that how I say it? I don't fucking know.
Wet ass P word. Make that pullout game weak.
They're disguised newspaper salespeople. So they are Stalinist? What? No. Like, no. No. People who like Trotsky are not Stalinist. It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny to think about it, though. No, do you know why everyone is putting up ice picks in the chat right now? Or when people were posting ice picks in the chat? It just has something to do with ice picks and Stalin and Trotsky.
Michelin off-road tires with Trail Shield technology, and packing a Blackjack Firearms AR-15 with a 30-round magazine. He's on a crusade.
I'm trying to say that not everybody that's got a gun is a threat to anybody, that this is what a good guy with a gun looks like. I've had more people yell at me and say bad things to me wearing a MAGA hat than I have wearing a rifle.
With the MAGA hat, you're wearing a logo that's connected to an ideology. That's a threat.
It's weird how some people feel that way.
This is a show about activists, and as uncomfortable as I am around guns, some of America's most effective activists are the ones fighting to expand gun rights. And they aren't doing it with poster board.
I'm always trying to get rid of the shock factor of seeing a gun. I think people have been conditioned, oh gosh, there's a guy with a gun, I'm gonna call 911.
That's a good condition.
Well, is it? When I see somebody going to church, I don't call the police and say, hey, they're exercising their First Amendment rights.
Yeah, well,
oh my God, this dude is fucking broken. Yo, Americans are a blight on the world, dude. Okay? I'm sorry. We are an aberration. We are a cancer on this planet. We are constantly and consistently doing worse for everyone around us and ourselves simultaneously. It's so dangerous. We are so fucking dangerous, dude. Jesus Christ. We are so insane. We're little babies with nukes, and we're constantly horny and angry and too stupid to recognize the damage that we're causing. Oh my fucking God.
Pervert.
He literally said, I'm trying to normalize, like, you know, having an AR-15 on me at every given moment. And when faced with the question, like, why do you want to do that? He's like, well, I don't want people to call 911 when they see a guy with a gun. Like, his goal is so that people don't call 911. No, someone in the chat asked, what did he say?
Pervert.
As an SRA member, fuck yeah, guns are great, brother, but this guy's nuts. Yeah, like, it's fucking insane, dude.
People aren't getting killed with churches around the country.
Well, some people are getting killed in churches.
Yeah, with guns.
CJ is the founder of Open Carry Texas, a group that wants to normalize the sight of people carrying guns into Chipotle and loosen Texas gun laws. They've been effective. In 2016, OCT successfully lobbied the state to legalize licensed open carry of handguns.
Are we done? No!
And their gun introduction tour isn't done yet.
Do y'all mind if I come in and get a drink? I've got a rifle, but I'm not a threat. I just want to get a drink. I want a bike ride.
By law, we can't.
Oh, no, by law you can. I've got a license.
You got a license?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you sure?
Yeah, I can't have all these cameras in here, y'all.
America! That's America, baby! Hey, you can come in with an AR-15. Don't bring the cameras in now. Hey, we don't like that. That's dangerous. We don't want none of them libtard communist broadcasting you're doing out here in our goddamn marketplace.
So cameras can't come in, but the AR can. You never know. Cameras can come in and shoot this place up. Is that feel at all weird? Is that
Yeah, it does.
feels a little
But
strict?
it's the middle of the day. As long as it stays right there on his back and I'm watching him, I'm okay.
Do you guys have any protection back there? Oh, you do.
Good. That makes me feel better. No, it's good. I mean, for you, it makes me feel better for y'all.
Am I the only one here without a gun on me? Probably.
I ain't got a gun on me.
Okay, it's good to know.
If you want to know what happens when everyone is fucking armed to the goddamn teeth, Denver happens, okay? When you have a sicko fascist dude running around yelling at like a black guy, okay, with a bear mace, rolls up on a security guy with the bear mace, and then just gets killed. That guy didn't deserve to die. He didn't. I'll be honest. I don't give a fuck. But he died. Why? Because he has a fucking bear mace in his hand and he's like trying to threaten people with it and trying to harm people with it. And the other dude has a fucking gun in his hand and he kills someone with it. Yeah, he got murked by a literal Pinkerton, dude. Private security. Nuts. So, hey King, it's been a rough one. Can I get a minute ban? Dank hug? Sure. I don't know what that means. Why do people do that?
Isn't that just
Thank you, Dino Diver, for the 5 tier 1 gift subs, brother. It's a kink.
America deserved 9/11?
I read an article about carrying a knife on you, and they stressed how important it is not to use it unless you absolutely have to. Just what?
America deserved 9/11?
Guys, if you think the dude with the fucking bear mace deserved to die for running around with a bear mace, like, you have to recognize that, like, well, first of all, let's be honest. No one thinks anyone with a bear mace deserves to get fucking killed. You absolutely think he deserved to get killed because you know what his background is. That's why you are coming at the story with that energy. Obviously, if it was a leftist with a fucking bear mace who got killed by a right-winger with a gun, you would be like, oh, the leftist was defending himself and the right-winger shot him and killed him because he's a murderer. Come on. It's the escalation. Like, bear mace to a gun is still an escalation. I mean, it really is. The bear mace is an escalation. Don't fucking run around with a bear mace and use it as an offensive weapon. What the fuck is wrong with you? America has lost its fucking mind, dude. I'm sorry. I guess I'm behind on the times, but I truly feel like people think it's like Wild West out here when the Wild West wasn't like that. You know? Like, even in the Wild West, people weren't like fucking rolling around with guns in the same way.
Open Carry Texas supporters wish for constitutional carry, where all legal gun owners can carry without a license.
Constitutional carry means that if you can...
Of course they were. Wait, what?
God, those communists are amazing.
Guys, like, what, you think the Wild West was exactly like the way you saw it in fucking, like, Quentin Tarantino movies and spaghetti westerns? Like, what are you talking about? There was, yeah, like, oh, dude, the Wild West is exactly like fucking Red Dead Revolver, brother. Like, no, like, people weren't fucking gunslinging in the same way. There was more need for guns because of all the danger, because of the terrain, danger with the terrain, like animals and shit like that.
Out of control. I apologize for that.
Thank you for being an educational voice. Love the daycare for Zoomers with.
But even the
parents.
Second Amendment, like.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm out of control. I apologize for that.
Even the Second Amendment's interpretation is relatively new, ironically, by constitutionalists.
You know, other countries have reality TV shows with total nutcases. But in America, you just have to cross the street to find the next pile of dog shit people in front of your eyes.
Legally
guess what, Spuddy? I find that entertaining, so fuck you and your boring country.
Buy a gun, you can carry it into a smash burger or an office supply store.
Everything's good here in Staples, so carry on.
Without an additional license. And today, CJ and 30 of his OCT buddies are headed to a parade in Gonzales, Texas to spread the word.
Hey, what's going on, George?
This is a big day, huh?
This is it.
What is the goal of this event here today?
What we're going to do is we're going to be walking along the parade route and handing out flyers telling people why they should support constitutional carry. And I think we're going to have a lot of support.
Because this is Texas, where the state bird is a revolver, OCT isn't even the only activist group open carrying today. 250 miles north, a second.
The guy that said countries with mandatory military requirements have normalized open carry. Where is it? Countries with mandatory army requirement are normalized by open carry. Bad take, bro. Are you Israeli? Because I can't think of a single other fucking country where there's mandatory military requirements where or did I misunderstand your take or something? Like, there's no open carry in any other fucking country that I can think of that has mandatory military. Like, it's like a completely false take. Unless maybe you're thinking about like Israel or something. That's the only other place where I've seen like people roll around with like open carrying guns and shit. South Korea has mandatory military, no open carry. Turkey has mandatory military, no open carry. Switzerland has mandatory military, no open carry. As a matter of fact, most countries with mandatory military service do not have open carry. So either I misunderstood your take, or I'm talking mandatory military service. Either I misunderstood your take, or there is not a single fucking country where gun laws are as... There's not a single other country on the planet that has such fucking backwards gun laws as we do. Like, the only other countries where there's this level of... this lack of gun control are countries that we have destroyed. Like, it's like... As a consequence of destabilized governance, I would say Somalia. The most libertarian country on the planet until recently. Outside of America, I guess. Or countries that we've literally fucking destroyed. That are run by criminal enterprise that we also are trading drugs for guns for. Switzerland is one of the most armed country in the Europe, but they, and among other countries in the Western world, also see no reason to carry an assault weapon at McDonald's just because of some 300-year-old law says so. Yeah.
A totally unrelated group is using guns to draw attention to their cause. My friend Kobe LeBee is embedding with them. We're curious how the experience of this group that open carries may differ from this group that open carries.
So wait, what do you know right now going into this?
I mean, hardly anything, right? So I know I'm meeting this group called Guerrilla Mainframe. I know that they're a group of black activists and that they open carry to protest police brutality. And I know that we're in the South, which has never had a problem with black guys with guns.
I think you're gonna be totally fine. I wouldn't worry at all.
Okay, you have the confidence that only a white man with security can have.
It's true. I doubted police and people in Texas would bat an eye at dozens of mostly white guys packing heat. Now, it was time to pitch unrestricted assault rifle access to a young girl and her beloved llama.
Woo! This is just some information about gun rights that we're fighting for next year. Would you like one? Take care, y'all. God bless. We think if you can legally own and possess a firearm, you should be able to carry it without a license.
I think we should have constitutional carry.
I was surprised by how many people supported CJ, but some of his soldiers felt a little green.
What are you carrying?
I don't know the specific number. I know it's an AR. I believe it's an AR-15.
It's an AR-15. Do you like open and carrying?
Yes.
Why is that?
It's just like if we don't have any open carry, if we don't get to have our guns, then what happens is that there's gonna be just gonna be chaos. Like we're not gonna be able to protect ourselves.
Yeah, dude. I'm glad that I'm glad this little boy is gonna protect us and himself from a potential tyrannical government. Yeah, that's gonna happen.
How much practice do you have on that thing?
I don't have practice right now. I'm just open and carrying it. I feel responsible for protecting others because I'm the one that could provide protection with the gun.
That's a lot of responsibility for you. You're 13.
Yeah.
Is that good for you guys? A 13-year-old carrying an AR-15?
He's probably a better shot than I am. Well, that's not true. Not many people are better shots than I am.
They used to draft 13-year-olds to go play war games. They used to draft.
Yeah. They used to also have slaves, dog. Does that mean we should have slaves? Some of the stuff that we used to do back then, we no longer... As a matter of fact, a lot of the stuff that we used to do back then, we don't do now. For good reason. Like that fucking disastrous facial hair.
I'm out
Yeah, in your time. I think you're stuck in the past.
CJ had the support of Civil War veterans, but the under 150 demographic had some doubts.
Yeah, what did you think when you saw him coming up with it?
Well, he was telling us that it wasn't loaded, so that was a good.
I think he says is the gun loaded?
No, he said it, what?
No, my gun's got ammo in it. We carry it like the police carry it.
But you're not the police.
You're not, yeah.
Well, that's just it. There's really no distinction between the police and the citizenship other than their general training and permits to do so.
So the key is that distinction, and even then they still fuck it up a lot.
Training, though, is one thing. Why keep it loaded right now?
Because if somebody, Islamic terrorist, whatnot, crazy guy...
Islamic terrorist? What's your expectations? Do you fear that's going to happen right now?
Just because you're walking around with a gun on your side, don't make you safe. It just doesn't look right in society.
And to be fair, you're passing this out because you want more rights, because you feel you're not...
I want a greater restoration of rights.
So you don't have enough. You're walking around a parade route like John Wick, and you're like, I want more.
But maybe SEAL Team...
Like, what does he want? Fucking RPGs? Like, what's the... My rights are being undermined. I need to be able to have a law.
Man, Hasan.
You know, one of those single-use rocket launchers.
Kenny had a point. Gonzalez...
Yeah, it's like Islamic terrorists are coming to Gonzales, Texas, by the way. Bitch. Fucking irrelevant Andes, dude. It's so funny. I'm constantly reminded of, like, the Iowa alien abduction story. You know what I mean? It's so, like, self-centered, dog. No one, and I mean no one, wants to fucking reinstitute the Islamic Caliphate in Gonzales, fucking Texas.
Was a soft target, and as we all know, ISIS has long had it in for loose canoes.
Meanwhile, in Dallas, I was about to meet Rakim Balagoon and Guerrilla Mainframe, a group of African-American activists. While they run a number of wellness programs in their working-class community, they are most famous for staging militant, armed protests against police brutality. Because black men are 3 times more likely to be killed by police, they rightly feel a disproportionate threat from police violence. which is why I was trying to download a will.
There's like 3 will apps. This is incredible. So we think Gorilla Mainframe is going to come from down here, and there's a police car there that just was lurking and then did a U-turn and is sitting right where I think they're going to pop out. I think this might be them.
While I followed a group of predominantly white activists as they open carried in gun-loving Texas, my friend Kobe was following a group of African-American activists open carrying for a different cause.
You got a second now? All right.
Yeah, this is time.
Awesome. But those aren't loaded, right?
Huh?
Those aren't loaded.
No, they are loaded.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They're loaded and rocking ready.
Great. Just tell me quickly, why do you guys choose to protest in this manner? So dressed like this, open carrying, why is this form of protest?
Because black people, for the most part in this country, are voiceless. And unfortunately, it takes firearms to be in a black man's hand to get the masses' attention. What we're hoping to accomplish is to get the word.
Now, this is a LARP too, but notice his rhetoric versus the rhetoric of the white gun militia. Like the armed white guys are like, oh, we need to expand on, you know, the gun laws that we already have. The black militia with guns is like, well, we have no other way that like people will take us seriously. Unfortunately, we have no other way of having people take us seriously and a right to self-preservation and determination. Unfortunately, one is like, oh no, we need more. And the other is like, well, we wouldn't need to do this. When I was 11, I turned 13 because I don't fuck with 12. I love that. No, these guys aren't incredibly anti-Semitic. You don't know. I mean, there's like different. There's different. There's different militias and like different black liberation groups. I don't know which one this is. I don't know what the background is, but they're not immediately like, oh, they're anti-Semitic.
Excuse
Like,
me.
no, that's
I'm
not the
sorry.
case.
I'm out of control. I apologize for that.
Some of them are though,
Hassie,
for
could
sure.
you read my last donation XQCL?
Some of them
Hassie,
are
could you read
black
my last
separatist
donation,
groups.
XQCL Hassie, could you read my last donation XQCL Hassie, could you read my last donation XQCL Hassie, could you read my last donation XQCL Hassie, could you read my last donation?
Hey, Hassie, a while ago I got banned for typing some dumb shit like imagine being a libtard or megalol. I never said anything racist or anything. Really don't want to chat. Just want to be able to see chat. Maybe unban. Love you. If not, it's all good. XUCL. Let's see what this fucking guy said. Imagine being a liberal and believing you're smart. Lol. Pokimane, weird champ. I think you're stupid. If I donate $100, can I debate typical liberal not letting conservatives speak? Okay, I don't know why I banned this guy. Seems fun.
The American people are tired of women.
I'm banned.
Keep him banned, Pogo.
Word out about the recent local shootings.
They were raising awareness about Botham Jean, an unarmed black man who was shot and killed in his own home by an off-duty police officer. The officer claims she thought he was a burglar and shot him, even though, again, he was sitting in his own apartment. But Rakim has other causes as well.
You know, I'm a vegan, so I eat nothing but unprocessed food.
Sorry, I'm just looking at your arms and hearing you say you're a vegan and having
Yes.
a little.
Yes, 5 years. If I lived in this area, I would have to drive maybe 6-7 miles just to get some kale.
Right.
The fruit grocery stores that are here have very little fruits and vegetables.
Right.
Again, white guys exclusively talking about not being able to bring their fucking guns into Chipotle. Black guys talking about food deserts. Just another distinction. Now, I'm not saying that some of these black liberation groups aren't radical, or some of them might be extremists. Some of them are black separatist groups. Some of them are anti-Semitic. Okay, certainly, but remember, you have to listen to what people are saying. You have to listen to literally what the fuck the focus is on the side of the well-armed black dudes versus what the messaging is on the well-armed white guy's side. What their goals are, what their messaging is. Focus on that. Make up your mind on whether or not what they're saying is whether or not what they're saying is legitimate, what their grievances are. Anyway, how can you get kill rights without a call to arms? Not all black people hate Jews or the bad guys. Some of you in the chat wants us to be. No. No, we're talking about there are some black liberation groups that are hoteps and shit. You know what the fuck we're talking about. Like, but the reason why I have to make this distinction always is because, one, I'm across the board against demonstrating with weapons. But the reason why I have to hyper focus on this is because a lot of white people, they hear about, like, the first time they hear, like, about black Israelites, they think that it is across the board every like black armed group, or like the Not Fucking Around Coalition or whatever, is just they're all black Israelites and they want to kill whitey. Okay, so that's why I have to constantly make this distinction.
And none of them are organic.
Their goals were noble, but I was concerned the guns would actually turn people away from their message. But I was wrong.
We've been walking with them a little bit. It seems like the people in the community are pretty supportive of this. We're getting Black Power signs and shouts of support.
Black Power, brother, Black Power. We love y'all.
Did we just switch neighborhoods? We now have 2 police cruisers behind us. No, 3. Sorry, we have 3 police cruisers behind us. One of the things that makes me a little nervous, right, is that obviously you're going to protest the unjust killing of black people, so you know they sometimes unjustly kill black people. Right? There is one right there.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Okay.
I think he's admiring my comrade.
That's a glower of admiration.
Right.
Over there.
Right.
Is that what that is?
Yeah. You look pretty content up there. So.
Soon we'd be at our destination, an Oklahoma-Texas college football game. They knew this would get attention, and I knew this would add drunk college football fans to the mix. And shit was getting tense.
We ain't making them feel comfortable today, bro. I'm sorry.
Do you know what this is? I have no idea.
I don't know, but it makes you uncomfortable, don't it? It's not like the America I grew up in for the last 63 years, I promise you.
Yeah, no, I definitely tell you that.
First of all, it literally is. That existed much more prominently in the America you grew up in, you old fuck. And secondly, why do you have that kind of take when it's black dudes rolling around with guns? Now, oh my God. I mean, that's literally the point of this demonstration, is to show the fucking contradictions. That's it.
His name is Hasan.
They don't like it when black people do it. It's fucking the last time that the NRA restricted guns, baby. The last time that the NRA actually advocated for more gun control was when the Black Panthers demonstrated open carry, or the right that they had freely in California in the State House. The last time Ronald Reagan well, not Ronald Reagan, but that's the last time NRA advocated for gun control.
We were much more separated before, for sure. Yeah. What are they protesting?
Police.
What do you think about that?
I agree with them.
In what way?
Police kill too many minorities. Absolutely.
Base.
Yeah. People had wildly different reactions. But before I could process them, we were marching into a crowd of police officers.
You have to go back out. Is this public property? You have to go back out. What's your name and badge number, sir? Sergeant? Sergeant Ford. They're stopping us. Fall back. No, we don't have to go to the intersection. We know our rights. All right, family, we gonna carry on. Bang, bang! Bang, bang! Bang, bang!
Officers, excuse me, I'm so sorry. We're just doing a piece. We're covering that protest group that was just here. I was just curious, what's your reaction to that group that was protesting?
Oh, I'm not getting on camera with that. They have every right to be here and do their stuff. We are here to simply keep everyone.
He's like, wait a minute, you're black too. You back the fuck away. We gotta run that again. We gotta run that again. Hold on. You're one of them Barack Obama types. Look at those Oakleys, dude. Look at those fucking Oakleys, baby. I didn't notice for a second that you were with that black group.
What's your reaction to that group that was protesting?
Oh, I'm not getting on camera with that. They have every right to be here and do their stuff. We are here to simply keep everyone safe.
Got it. All right. Thanks so much, officers. Have a good day. Oh, by the way, who do you think's going to win today?
Well, Texas is actually up.
Oh, no, sorry. I actually meant in the impending race war. Different games.
Different games.
You have a good one. You have a good one.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Why did he think about it? Oh God. Okay. Oh God. He's like, oh God. That was...
Yeah.
That literally backfired,
Meanwhile,
dude.
back in Gonzales, we were seeing a different reaction.
How's your interaction with police been?
But I shook their hands and they shook our hands, and other than that, we didn't have any interactions whatsoever.
There are certain groups that are fighting out of necessity. You guys feel like you're fighting for just the idea of more gun rights.
What I'm asking for is for our rights to be respected.
I don't look at you and see you as oppressed.
When you have to get permission to exercise a right, that's oppression.
Okay, this show, Klepper doesn't debate as much, which is kind of sad. Like, dude, I want to do this too now. Oh my God. You guys, I'm getting horny again to go out and like do this. Oh God.
I'll tell you the thing I get tired of is the idea of this is my right, I can do it, gets in the way of this is my right, should I do it?
So I
Oh my God, what are these sequences, dude? They're so lame. Why did they shoot it
definitely
like
think that's a difference between these two groups. Is just, you
They're
know,
like
people
FaceTiming each other like, oh, I miss you.
feeling like it's my right, so I can do it, and people feeling like, no, I don't have my rights respected, so I need to do something.
Guerrilla Mainframe fascinated me, especially their strategy.
My sense is these guys aren't really that militant, that they're actually just doing a kind of political theater. And as an undergraduate theater major, I remember a term or two that I will probably use incorrectly with them.
To learn more about how they selected their tactics, I decided to join Guerrilla Mainframe for a political theater rehearsal. Or at least that's what I'm telling myself it was to make me comfortable going to a gun range.
Hello, hello. So this is my first time.
This is the shit that I fucking hate about libs, though. We're just like, I'm scared to go to a gun range. It's like literally the safest fucking place. I'm sorry, but like, if there's one place where they follow gun laws to a T, it's motherfucking gun ranges. They are like over the top safe. If you're gonna be afraid of gun ranges, I don't know where to fuck. Like, okay, with the exception of Chris Kyle, and depends on the gun range that you're going to. I'm talking about like gun ranges where they allow you to fucking have people that don't bring their own guns, that where like people can rent out a gun. Okay, with the exception of Chris Kyle is not the norm, but the exception. There's always going to be problems where there are guns, but gun ranges are pretty safe overall, I think, because they're careful.
Just relax, be comfortable.
Okay.
You'll be good to go, man.
Okay. So what do I need to know?
Would you like to go?
Chris Kyle got killed while trying to treat a PTSD vet. This is true. He was a piece of shit otherwise. That's also true, but he did get killed working with a PTSD veteran. I mean, that doesn't change my opinion on Chris Kyle. Like, he's still a gigantic piece of shit. Fuck him, but...
Come on.
Okay.
So now, do a slow, steady squeeze and breathe out as you're coming towards the end.
God damn. It feels like I summoned lightning.
Yeah.
Oh, he likes it.
Why do you feel like guns help get your message across?
Guns, especially in this day and time, it gets a lot of people attention. But the gun is a microphone.
Have you ever thought about using like a microphone?
When we have tried that, microphones, bullhorns, our voices are still unheard.
Listen. But this should show you, in my opinion, I feel like this, maybe it's the way that the liberal media is portraying it, but like, there's always an air with some of these groups, if you listen to them, and SRE is kind of like that too. SRE is like very like pro gun control overall, and like, you know, actively tells people not to bring guns to demonstrations and shit like that. But with like leftist gun advocacy, or with these sorts of groups, it's often like people have a sense of how do I describe it? Like, they understand that guns are overall not a good thing, but they see it as like a last resort to let their voices be heard, to make themselves look more legitimate. Whereas I feel like with other larger gun control groups, I mean, or gun freedom advocates, it's more so about like having unlimited access and power and ownership over guns. Like, they're using it as a way to make sure that their message gets heard in this circumstance. Does that make sense? Oh, dude. Every time, dude. My hairline is not receding. The only reason why you're saying that is because I've pulled it back today rather than classic where I usually have this. I don't understand. I guess because you're fucking 14 and like the only time you've seen like a hairline is I don't know, your dad's or something. It's literally fine. It doesn't matter. What? Oh, why did I perma him? Because his name was fucking Forsan L337. Like, the fact that you have Leet in your fucking username and Forsan on top of that, and your first message in my chat is your hairline is receding. I don't give a fuck. I don't want that fucking person in my community. Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
To get his message heard, Rakim Balagoon of Gorilla Mainframe has also made several controversial statements. Most concerning, he posted that the Dallas sniper,
Jesus Christ, okay,
who shot and killed 5 police officers in 2016 would be seen as a hero one day.
Oh, never mind, it's all censored, but still.
And that the police deserved the violence. Do you stand by those statements?
Can't take criticism? Where is it? Okay, you're obviously doing a like a fun little weird joke, so I'm only gonna give you 1 day. But that's not criticism. It's not even legitimate.
I didn't say those officers as an individual deserve what they got. I said the police department deserved that.
So just to be clear, I'm pretty sure the exact quote is they deserve what they got. And I think it was LMAO afterwards.
Yes, and I was laughing.
Okay.
And I'm still laughing today. Yeah. Just like they're laughing at me, right? Yeah. Because as a black person, when you hear it's Trayvon Martin, it's Michael Brown, Tamir Rice, eventually at some point it becomes frustrating.
How can you then turn around and celebrate other people going through the pain of losing people that they love?
Just like America celebrated Hiroshima and Nagasaki after Pearl Harbor. You know, it's just, you guys get to agree for a change.
Do you have any intention of doing something like what he did?
No. Killing police officers is not gonna stop police brutality. If anything, it's gonna encourage it. You know,
because couldn't you say the same thing about your statements, though?
I want to be provocative enough to get their attention.
Okay.
Whatever you think about Rakim's provocations, the First Amendment...
Wait, didn't this guy literally go to... Is this the guy that they fucking jailed? Like, the guy that the FBI locked up as a black identity extremist? Hold on. Yeah, it is. Yeah, Dallas activist Rakim Balagoon.
Hasan.
Wide peepo happy.
Yeah, the FBI locked him up after they found the Alex Jones post. Yeah, he got jailed for his Facebook post. Yeah. This was, I mean, I covered this back in the day.
Amendment gives him the right to say them. But apparently, no one told the FBI that.
Oh, never mind. They literally are just bringing it up
because
now.
In 2017, the Bureau started a shadowy new program allowing them to label certain African-American activists as black identity extremists. And in Rakim's case, hold him in jail for his Facebook posts.
The FBI alleged that I was illegally possessing firearms. I was taken into court immediately and denied bond without having my own private attorney there, I was detained for 6 months until the judge looked at my case.
Did they give you a reason that they denied your bail?
Yes, my social media post was used as a reason to deny bail.
If social media posts can be used against you in court, I have to take down my Pinterest immediately.
Rakim is believed to be the first person to be arrested under the Black Identity Extremist designation, but he's not the only one to make violent threats against police online. But he's not the only one to make violent.
Almost police park tomorrow is run by thugs, thieves, and terrorists. They need to be disbanded and every officer thrown in Saddam's lion cage. Good. When the lion cop gets out of the hospital, he should be tried and executed. Jesus Christ, this guy's crazy.
Threats against police online.
You've said some pretty aggressive things towards cops online.
Oh, I have, because I'm very critical of bad cops. But my comments are always geared towards bad cops.
These are your words on a Facebook
Yes.
post. Thugs and cowards. I swear if I ever saw this happen, I'm getting arrested or murdered too. But there will be bloody cops.
Yes, and I was talking about a very specific incident where the police were beating up an innocent, unarmed man.
But you are going online and you're ginning up hate.
I'm talking about violence towards people.
Oh my God, Jordan Klepper. Jesus Christ, dude. Fucking this show, man. God damn.
People who are being violent.
Some groups avoid police.
I just want to make sure that there's no... I guess they censor everything.
Out of fear they might get unjustly murdered for any misperceived threat. Yet CJ deliberately instigates armed showdowns, like a white privilege Icarus.
Wait, what the fuck? Hold on, I gotta show you guys this.
Armed showdowns, like a white privilege Icarus.
This is
Okay.
almost park, guys.
In 2018, CJ and OCT had a standoff with police in Almost Park, Texas.
So you got an AR-15 because a man is lawfully carrying. No, we're not getting on the ground.
Get on the ground.
We're not getting on the ground.
Get on the ground. I'm not going to tell you to get it.
I'm not doing anything.
Get on the ground. Hey, what's that dog? Get back.
This event was remarkable because no one got killed, and because, in response to CJ's provocation, Almost Park repealed their gun ordinance.
It was a tense situation. They asked you to get down, you didn't get down. What do you think would have happened if you were black and that situation arose?
It happens to white people, it happens to black people. When it happens to a black person, they get a lot of credit, they get a lot of attention for it, but when it happens to a white guy, we don't get the same kind of attention. It's not a black or white thing.
I don't think black people are getting credit for dying at the hands of police. That's not exactly a credit they're trying to put on their IMDb page.
What I'm trying to say is, when it happens to a black person, the media gets all up in arms and tries to make a racial issue.
Because they die, you fucking idiot. And you didn't. And also, they don't even die because they're doing like stage demonstrations. They die because they have a fucking phone in their hands. Oh my God, dude, you have a AR-15 inside of a goddamn, you're like right next to a child. How do you not recognize this shit?
Out of it. When it happens to a white person, it's just a white person.
Also, not even true. When unarmed white guys die, black people are like the first people to protest it. Fuck me. Oh my God. Yo, this country is so broken. Oh, these people are so fucking broken. God, I wonder where this guy is now.
But essentially it worked for you guys.
It worked because we didn't back down.
I mean, that sounds a little bit like privilege to me.
Oh, no, it's success. That's what it is. It's success because the people that were marching, they didn't care what skin color that was. Sometimes success is ugly. In order to achieve change, you have to sit in the front of the bus.
Also, this is a great point. Oh my God. This motherfucker is saying that when it happens to white people, no one cares, but he got the ordinance removed. Like literally, it happened to a white person. He didn't die. And then on top of that, he got a fucking ordinance removed so that like he could do exactly that. And then he's like, oh, when it doesn't, when it happens to black people, like you get all the credit. There's no one pays attention. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Are you
also,
sometimes success is ugly. In order to achieve change, you have to sit in the front of the bus.
Oh, wow. Whoa. Whoa. Wow. Ad time. 6-second ad break after that one. Wow. I gotta get water.
Wet ass P word. Make that pullout game weak.
This is a deranged pervert. Oh, you're such a big man, Hasan.
God damn, dude. Yup, completed the ad break. Perfect.
Are you equating yourself to Rosa Parks?
I'm talking about the very same thing. She risked her life to sit in the front of the bus. I risked my life to stand on that street corner.
You're appropriating a black hero for your...
It doesn't matter if she's black or not.
White savior complex.
No, it has nothing to do with white or black. The people who take a stand are the people who make a difference in life. And if, as a white man, if I can't say that Rosa Parks is an inspiration to me, then what good does her sacrifice mean?
Yo. Oh my. Very good.
His name is Hasan.
What you are sacrificing and for what cause is kind of the whole point there.
His name is Hasan.
Like, I sacrifice shortening my life when I eat a delicious burger. But I wouldn't compare that to Rosa Parks. You know what I mean? Like, everything we do, there's a give and take. You are sacrificing, sure, you're putting yourself at risk, you're putting yourself in harm's way to some degree when you're demonstrating with a weapon. But the ultimate goal there is so you can expand, like, gun freedom or something. That's entirely different. That's entirely different than, like, what Rosa Parks was doing for what cause. Yikes. EDM Twitter is fucking ripping into Tim Pool now? Why?
CJ's activism is defined by bringing guns into his community. But there are...
Yeah, I'm the Rosa Parks. Yeah, I'm going to run around being like, I am kind of like Rosa Parks because I risk getting diabetes when I eat delicious ice cream sandwiches every day.
Less confrontational tactics.
We don't always walk around with guns. We're engaged with the youth a little bit, do a couple exercises, promote health and wellness. We give the community massages.
Yeah.
And hugs.
It ain't all about the
And
guns.
hugs.
Why did you invite me on gun day, not on massage day?
We want to create a presence in our community where we seem approachable and where people would have no confusion of what we're here for when we do come.
If you're worried about, in any context, guns sending the message that you're not really here to help, why wasn't that true with yesterday's protest, too?
Because our approach with this particular community is more intimate. You know, nothing's more intimate than a back massage, you know, so...
I can think of 2 or 3 things that are more intimate than a back massage.
Turns out, as uncomfortable as I am with any group injecting guns into a situation, I'm just as uncomfortable with groups getting different treatment under the law. Regardless, Kobe and I needed to escape from these childish tools of violence. So we headed to a hipster bar to throw tiny axes.
Yeah, I was just gonna...
It's got to stick.
Let's go up the board above the board,
It's supposed to,
you know?
it's supposed to stick.
Yeah.
What do you leave with after talking to Rakim and the folks in Gorilla Mainframe?
I was surprised by how empowering it felt to be provocative in that way as a person of color, because there's something so unapologetic about their posture that when you experience it, you realize, oh shit, I'm constantly apologizing as a black person. I'm constantly...
Trump is like Rosa Parks with COVID. Yes. You're right. Damn right, brother. Damn right, brother.
Trying not to take up space, and the thing they're complaining about is such a real problem, whereas the thing Open Carry Texas is complaining about is, you know, more of a privilege.
If you're bummed because you're getting side glances because you ride around town on a bicycle with an AR-15 and you're like, I can't go into that Stop and Shop. It's like, your life is all right at this point.
Yeah.
They love guns down there.
I'll say this about it, it got us there.
They always get us with those guns. They're shiny, they're loud, they make big noises. I run towards it, which I think is the opposite thing you're supposed to do.
This was very good. Apparently, the shooter in Denver yesterday had a tattoo of submission, a promoter who was